The COVID-19 pandemic has generated tremendous anxiety, fear, apprehension and uncertainty among individuals in the Saint Lucian society, the region and the wider world. The World Health Organization has acknowledged the important role mental health plays in achieving the Global Development Goals. Patrick Ferron, mental health counselor with the Employee Assistance Program of the Public Service, said with many people losing their jobs and the uncertainty of what tomorrow will bring, has the cumulative effect of creating mental health fallouts.
And so people have difficulty coping, people have difficulty resolving, people are having more problems with domestic situations, family situations. And we can understand why this is so, because COVID-19 has brought a lot of new factors into our lives, unpleasant factors, and they all came crashing down.
With the added pressure of homeschooling, dwindling household incomes and social distancing, the councillor stated that people are wondering what in the world is happening as they scamper to understand their rapidly changing reality.
I recommend that people develop their spiritual aspect of their life, okay? Because
Cynthia Alexander, who is an executive coach and facilitator, is of the view that the mental stress brought about by this pandemic can be combated by focusing on one's spiritual and inner strengths. She explained that some persons are experiencing what is called emotional labor.
Emotional labor is really about suppressing your feelings, okay? So what it does is you're actually putting a facade on. You're smiling, when in fact you're feeling quite stressful yourself. And the term was normally related to people in the caring professions like social workers, nurses, carers, policemen, firemen. Where they had to deal with incidences and then they had to quickly snap out of it and suppress that feeling instead of expressing it. Now what I'm finding is it's now akin to the service industry, because you have people coming in fearful and they're angry.
She added that individuals can maintain or increase their level of productivity if they view the current situation as less daunting, while embracing opportunities to build their resilience.
I prefer to believe that resilience is about bouncing forward, because when you bounce forward, it means that you are having to learn a whole new set of skills and also a different mindset, so that you are more adaptable and able, yes, and flexible to manage constant change.
Cosmetologist and personal development trainer Cecilia Fitz advises persons to tap into their inner selves and creativity to visualize themselves post-COVID while building meaningful and productive relationships with others. She also offered some practical advice on how to make the dollar stretch through better planning and conservation techniques. She said her freezer has now become her best friend.
So for example, I would have a lot of things perishing in my fridge, like, things like pumpkin and seasonings, green seasonings. These are things that I buy on a weekly basis, and it accounts for a very large portion of my grocery bill. So what I began to do was began to preserve more food. So for example, if I go to the supermarket and I buy spring onions, I would save the roots, I would plant it. So in about a few weeks, I'll be able to harvest from that. What I use, I would actually cut it up and put them in Ziploc bags and save them. So if I would buy a bag of beans and let us say I would boil a portion just when I need it, what I would do now is to boil the whole bag and to freeze the balance. So I find that saved me a lot on my gas bill.
The mental health counselor also encouraged persons to think more positively during this pandemic by focusing on hope rather than gravitating to rumors and myths on how bad tomorrow might be.
Look out for others. Treat others how we would like to be treated. There's no need for us to be stigmatizing persons, adding more pain or stress or distress into their lives. Everybody, we're going through this together.
For the National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, Glenn Simon reporting.